Hey, my baby, and what's going on with you? I am your girl, Linda Lynn, and I'm here with a story time. This has been a very, very jam-packed, crazy year already, and I just don't really know what to say about it. I am currently dating again. If you don't know anything about me, I will be having videos like listed in the cards up above. So whenever you get the little time to go and check them out, Baby, when I tell you these dating streets out here in Baton Rouge, I think Louisiana in general are crazy. I don't know about your area. I don't know about your city girlfriend or boyfriend, but I'm going to tell you this. In my area, baby, they are a hot ass mess. It's a vibe, but at the same time, it's always something to laugh about. And then there's always something to just be like, damn, you too? You too? Whenever you sit down and you talk about it with somebody who's possibly also dating or have been dating or took a break from dating, it's probably because, there's so many goddamn hooligans out here. So, for me, I put myself back into the dating game for this year to see how things is gonna go. Last year, baby, it was ghetto. When I tell you I got stood up for dates, when I tell you I had people that was lying about their names, lying about their identity, I went through some really interesting situations, and every scenario I went through, it taught me something new about myself and how to move and how to handle people. And I'm a people's person, so I really do crave just social interaction. I crave that. So I'm somebody to where if my phone is dry, to me it's not dry to somebody else. So I'm always having a little phone buzz, a little ding ding here and there. And usually I'm the girl with the AirPod. The AirPod always in. Like, I always have an AirPod in. Some of y'all done noticed that, especially if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. You'll be like, damn, she always got an AirPod in. Yes, I really do. Because, I live life just dinging all over the place, and people always reaching out to me. But I know when to chill out and I know when to take my rest. So I called myself, I'm going to tell y'all about this. I called myself at the beginning of the year going out on a very spontaneous date. I think I manifested this date with this certain individual, and I didn't know it was going to be coming upon me, but I spoke it out loud to my girlfriend that morning whenever we was heading to her job. So we was heading to my friend's job. She worked at the mall. And so I was just like, girl, hopefully, I can find me a cute little spoogie boogie, and, I could chill with him or get a number, get a number or two. I was looking so cute. I'm going to insert my pictures, what I was looking like that day. So bada boom, bada bam. So I was in the mall just minding my business, going all through the mall, shopping. Of course, I was on a budget. I wasn't up there blowing no money. You heard me. I was just doing my little thing. So you just never know who be watching you. You know what I'm saying? You really just got to stay aware of your surroundings, no matter where you at, no matter what you have on, no matter if you have your phone turned on, your location services turned on your phone. It don't matter. You got mace, a taser, a gun on you. It don't matter. Just stay aware. And when I say staying aware, I mean visually aware, mentally aware, and just emotionally aware. Because you could feel when something could possibly go wrong. It's a gut feeling. You could just feel it. You'll feel like this sickening, this sunken feeling in your stomach. That's another video. But I was in the mall chilling, looking cute. I was getting buku compliments with that nice, nasty red lip I had on. So, had the red lip on. I was child free. I ain't had my churn with me. And I was just feeling really good coming into this year, because I was just like, ooh, a girl about to be 30. These are my last couple of weeks of being 29. What's up? What's up, life? How we going in 29 with a bang? Baby. So me and a guy ended up meeting in the mall. So what happened was, I was in the mall shopping, did my little thing. I had got like this little hot dog. I don't know. It's like a little pig in a blanket. I got 2 pigs in a blanket from this little stop. I don't know. It was in the food court. It was off. It was offset from the Mall of Louisiana food court. And so I ate it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'm gonna go eat it. So I washed my hands and I went sit on the outside of the mall, and so I'm sitting out there eating my little pigs in a blanket. I was like, you know what? I just washed my hands. I'm gonna just chill. I took some pictures. You know, it was just looking cute. I said, man, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go home. And some was like, Nolan, just go back in the mall and, you know, go pee, wash your hands one more time, because I ain't felt like using my hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works, because if you use it too much, it just make your hands feel sticky. So I say, man, I'm gonna go wash my hands because I'm about to get on out of here. I was in the mall from probably I'll say around 11. It was probably 11ish, and I was about to leave. It was going on about 1. I was ready to go. So when I made my way to the bathroom, well, to the restroom, something just told me, girl, you probably gonna end up being here all night. So I went to the bathroom, took some little pictures in the bathroom, in the restroom, and I came out of the restroom, and as I was walking out of the hallway of the restroom, they had this guy with dreads. He was chocolate, and he had these big old goals in his mouth. And he had on this windbreaker. It was purple, turquoise, and white. And he had on some Nikes. I think Nikes. So he had some matching Jordans on. Whatever. All I know, he was done. He was done up. And I said, oh, love a man that can dress, baby. You got to know that. Love a man that can dress. We met eyes. Now, I think I had saw him on my way going into the restroom, but I wasn't too sure about it. So we met eyes. I looked up from my phone, and of course, again, the nice, nasty red lip get him every time. You heard me? So I looked up from my phone, and I was like, hi. And he looked at me because he was heading into the restroom. And he was like, what's up? And I was just looking, you know, just did my little smile, you know, my little Shirley Temple bop. And I just, you know, and kept walking. And he was like, you fine as hell. He said, you are so fucking fine. And I was like, here we go. So I turned, he said, can I have your number? I was just walking, dude. I was walking. He said, ma'am. Turned around. I said, yeah. He said, can I have your number? So we had made it to like the little side wall of the hallway of the restroom. And I was like, of the restroom. So I said, yay. You know, he wasn't too much of my type, but his presentation and his aura, it brought me in. It definitely drawn me in. That's why I'm not really big on online dating. I do it, but at the same time, I'm a sucker for meeting somebody in person that you probably wouldn't even had swipe right on if you was on a dating app. That's how real it is. I'm a sucker for social interaction for real. On the real, I really am. So I was like, man, you know, I was like, I'm from down here or whatever, because he asked me, you know, he said, you from down here? I said, yeah. He said, well, how long you gonna be in the mall? I said, actually, my friend work in the mall. I was like, so I might be here for a little while. And he was like, oh, for real? I said, yeah. He said, you wanna go to the movies? And I was just looking at him, you know, all the little sparks just jumping in my little pupils. That's what I could imagine when he was looking at me. And I was just like, what movie? You know, I was like, what movies you talking about? He was like, I want to take you on a date. And I was just like, and he was like, yeah, just put my number. And I was like, what's your name? He told me his name, and I locked him in. He said, what's your name? I told him my name. He locked me in. And so he said, I'm about to call you. And he said, we're going to talk about it. I was like, okay. And I called him by his name. We going to just say BK. I was like, okay, BK. And he was just like, all right. And so he looked at me, flashed them big goals in his mouth. And I was like, Lord have mercy. When have you started? Now, the whole time, you know, I got in the food court. I went sit in the food court. I had gotten me a little coffee. I had got a bubble tea coffee. I had got a little something extra to snack on. And I was just chilling. I had my Kindle. I pulled my Kindle out of my purse and I was just chilling. Like I was getting compliments. Like people was tap me on my shoulder. What your girl was saying, tap me on my shoulder, I'll roll over. Kelly and I, but we wasn't in a bed. We was in, public sitting out in the food court. And I'm just like, hey, and I was like, you so beautiful, man. I was just like, thank you. So it was just good energy. Like I spoke over myself that morning before I left and everything. Just spoke into myself. I was feeling it. Like I just knew. I knew, and I had a old big fluffy twist out. My hair wasn't at its top tier. I felt like it wasn't, but the way people was complimenting me, I was just like, Linda, you that girl in your natural beauty. You heard me with your nice nasty red lip. So time had passed. I wasn't really thinking that he was gonna hit me up. So I'll say probably about 25 minutes of me sitting in the food court just chilling, doing my little thing, getting compliments, reading my book, sipping on my bubble tea. He ended up calling my phone. He literally rang my line. So I'm like, hello? And when I saw his name pop up, I was like, this is BK. And so he was like, what's up? And I was just like, no, nothing, still in the food court, chilling at the mall. He said, oh, are we really still in the mall? I said, yeah. He said, I just left out of Foot Locker. He said, matter of fact, he said, I was going to go straight home. He said, but I'm about to turn back around. I said, why you about to do that? I'm like, why you about to do that? And he said, I'm coming to take you out on a date. We about to go to the movies. I said, what? And he said, you saw that movie, Megan? I said, Megan. And of course, a lot of y'all know about the movie Megan. We can just say the radioactive Chucky doll, the Bride of Chucky doll. So I was just like, no, I ain't see that yet. I said, no, I ain't see that yet, Zaddy. And so he was just like, well, what if I ask you, if you want to come with me, as far as company-wise. Let me remind you, we just met. We just exchanged numbers not even an hour ago. So I was like, yeah, we could go see it. And so he was like, you sure? And he was like, I'm not going to. And I said, I'm pretty sure you're not going to chop me up and put me in a body bag, but I'll have my location services turned on. And he was just like, man, stop. I was like, for real? And he was like, I'm not even that kind of guy. And he said, real shit. And I said, I felt that from your aura. I said, I felt it from your aura, so I'm going to hold you to that. So he was like, bet. And he was just like, so what movie theater you want to go to? I said, well, I'm not really from the area. Tell me about what's some of the best ones around here. And he said, well, they got one off of Perkins. Let's go to that one. And I said, I never been to Perkins Road. He said, for real? I said, no, I haven't never been there. And he was just like, man, he said, I would love to take you there. He said, just on more than one occasion. He said, but tonight we about to go hit that thing up real quick. And he said, well, I'm on my way back. And he was like, what part of the mall you gonna be standing out at so we could go hit these movies up? I just didn't know what to think in my head, but I knew I wasn't about to do no bust down nasty shit with that man. I was not about to be no slut. You heard me? Because I know somebody in there, yeah, girl, you was gonna go get No, I wasn't. I literally was going to go just for the interaction of the movie and to keep this man company, because he wanted to literally be my company. And he asked me if I had kids. I told him I had kids. We talked on the phone about that. He told me he had no kids. He told me he was like, 35. So I was like, okay, BK, he ain't had no kids. He ain't had no girlfriend, no baby mama issues. So I said, okay, I ain't gonna get shot at. Nobody gonna shoot on bang bang on us. No gang bang on his car. When I stayed on the phone with him and I made my way outside of the mall. He picked me up. I already told my girlfriend, because somebody gonna be thinking, bitch, I told my girlfriend, I was like, look, leaving out, check the location, I trust them, and that's crazy. I trusted him. And so, but it's not crazy, people do wilder shit than me. But I was like, I'm gonna go get in this car. We went to the movies. Kid you not, we went to Perkins Road out here in Baton Rouge. And we went to see Megan. And the theater was super nice. And I got a big old thing of popcorn. And I got me a big smart water. I said, oh, girl, because you did a smart move. You know what I'm saying? It was a smart move. And he was a cool guy. He was a real deal cool guy. And what I learned from that whole interaction with him, I did give him a kiss, give him a little peck on the lips. That it's okay to live a spontaneous life. Just make sure it's safe. Just make sure you're comfortable. Just make sure you're not giving in too soon to the vibe, because the vibe could be seriously right, and then you're some kind of way miraculously on top of somebody, saying, oh. So none of that popped off. None of that popped off, but I did make it back to the mall. He brought me back to the mall. We talked on the phone that night, and he was really a chill, cool ass vibe. When the movies was going on, like, I noticed him looking at me, and he was holding me like by the small of my back. I was like looking at him like, you ain't about to get this snooty cat. That's what you ain't about to get. Trust and believe that. Best believe that. Now for no $10 tickets. So they had a lot of people also on the same aisle as us, because I know some people go to the movies to do nasty, freak nasty stuff. That's y'all business. I'm not judging none of y'all. But me and him really was just chilling, and his touch felt comforting. It didn't do nothing to the nudie cat. Nudie cat was just chill. She wasn't all fired up like, yeah. My nudie cat was just chilling. I was chilling. I was just like, this is a cool guy. I even laid my fluffy curls on him. You know what Lord said? Lay your head on my pillow. Lay it down. So I laid it down on him like this. He blushing and all of that. He kissed me on my forehead. I'm like, oh, this man loving all my little stuff, my little crazy wild little stuff, my little spontaneous stuff. So it was a real deal vibe. And I know a lot of women wouldn't have did it. That's why I'm telling y'all the story. Like, I'm really spontaneous. When I told two of my homegirls, oh, Linda, you gotta be more safe. You can't be doing stuff like that. You got 2 kids. I'm like, shit, y'all act like I wouldn't have unprotected sex with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to keep my little piece to myself. And, I did share it on my close friends on Instagram, and they found out, but they knew before anybody, because I was just like, I'm going to just share this. Like, ain't shit wrong with me. I ain't get kidnapped. I ain't get chopped up and left in a body bag. I'm a good reader of character. And if I would have felt like something would have been wrong, baby, best believe I would have hit on this Apple Watch real quick and would have got the police department pulling on up somewhere. Period. It would have just been that. And I mean, I don't know who I'm telling this to, but live, bruh. Just live. Live your life and stop sitting up there putting all kind of boundaries on physical communication and physical presence and physical interactions. I feel like social media has put a lot of us in a box to where it's like we feel like we can't really interact with people and meet people in person, because people aren't really going to be ideal or eye candy for us when we see them. You got to do a little bit more soul searching and just mentally live off the grid. Mentally live off the grid and see what happens, because you just never know who or what situation could put a smile on your face. You just never know what you stepping out, going to the grocery store, and then heading into a local pharmacy. You literally heading into like a little pharmacy, and you walking on the aisle and see somebody picking up a little bottle of Robitussin, and he like, or she like, what's up? Are y'all lock eyes? And it's just that, you can feel that intensity when you lock eyes with somebody. When somebody wants you, whether it's the same sex or the opposite sex, I mean, I don't even have to sit up here and stress about that to y'all with conversation. But for me, baby, I let it be what it was going to be. I let it do what it do. And I ain't shame about it. Me and the dude, we kind of fell out, we fell out because he still had something going on with his ex. Like, he still had feelings for her, because I asked him if, I was like, if your ex had called your phone right now, would you answer? He was like, yeah. And after like that conversation, it wasn't on me not calling back. He just stopped reaching out to me and stopped talking. So, I mean, I ask questions that go beyond the surface level. I don't dwell on the surface, especially when I meet somebody in person, because it's just like, we don't have to get the hard part out of the way of being able to see each other. You done caught the vibe for what it is. And I feel like when you meet people on social media dating apps, you have to cut the ice. You have to really like see that person sometimes before the date, so you could just know, oh, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my money. I'm not going to waste my energy, my makeup, whatever it could be. And this year, and as I go into my 30s, I'm living for the thrill. I'm living for the thrill of life. I had a lot of thrill cut out of me in my 20s. I'm an Aquarius. You know, a lot of y'all don't believe in zodiacs. That's fine. I'm just telling you, I'm an Aquarius woman. I love my independence. I love a thrill. I love a thrill. I'm a thrill seeker. But again, I'm safe by mine. You know, I'm safe by mine. And I just want to share more of different little situations and scenarios that pop on up because I feel like it's spicy and it could, you know, make somebody laugh. So I'm gonna be coming back with a story that I have on a date that went hella wrong because the guy ended up seeing his coworkers and his coworkers knew for sure he had an old lady. So, and I ain't know nothing about that. So they're gonna be coming up. But anywho, well, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop that in the comment box below. Live expeditiously. You hurt me, and I'm signing on out of this piece now. Bye.